Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Transit Tours of the NYC subway. Today we are in the City Hall station. As you can see, the City Hall station on the R and W trains, but it's a weekend, so there's no W train, but there is an N train right over there. This is an interesting station. You'll notice already that the platforms are very, very wide. They get even wider as we go along. So that's an interesting detail. I'll show you why that is later. This station was first built in 1918 by the BMT as they tried to connect their Broadway line service to their Brooklyn 4th Avenue line service. And they figured that they should do this two ways, a local and an expressway. This is the local way that passes through Lower Manhattan and makes more stops. Initially, they wanted the expressway to branch off south of here and to have a lower level platform at this station. And they built the lower level, which is why it's so wide, and I'll try to show you as best I can later. But the lower level was never used because they decided to take the express trains over the bridge instead. And so it's only used for storing trains now. But yeah, because of how wide this platform is, they've actually got like facilities and stuff in the middle here. It's very interesting. And also the station entrance is in the middle, and it kind of looks like no other station entrance in the system. Here it is. It's just kind of like gated off, and there's lots of stairs, and I don't know, just this looks different. You can tell. Not that many stations have an entrance in the middle like this. And if they do, it's not so informally blocked off. So yes, if you look down here, you can see kind of the stairway to the lower level platform. There's some trains being stored on the tracks. Here, I can see one from where I am. I don't know how clear it is through the video. But yeah, it's just right here because they have to get down there to get to the trains. So they have to make it easy to access, and the access is through the station. So you can see this remnant of the history of this, change of plans, which is also visible at the Canal Street train platform because there's express tracks in the middle that are never used. And I think some of the tracks have been taken out. It's interesting when plans change, and the bridge travel on the NQ Express is now iconic. It's hard to imagine doing anything else. But yeah, that was not part of the original plans, and they got as far as building a lower level platform here because they were so sure that's how things were going to go back in 1918. Despite this being the City Hall station, it sounds pretty important. Service here is not that high. The R train doesn't run very frequently. The W train runs even less frequently, and it only provides local service through Manhattan. You have to transfer it basically at Union Square or as you can at Canal to get to express service to Manhattan. But yeah, there's not that many trains that come through here normally. Again, this weekend there are particular service changes. I mean, the N train is also running, so that increases service a bit, but yeah, the R train is known for being unreliable. And yeah, as far as the City Hall station, it could be important, but the Brooklyn Bridge City Hall Chambers Street station, just a couple blocks away on 4, 5, 6, J, and Z, is a much more important and higher ridership station than this one, this is kind of, it's increased in the ridership. It used to be very low. Now it's just kind of below average, about 6,500 per weekday for the most part. But it's still not very high for what you would expect with a station with a name like this if you didn't know anything, So in a second here, a downtown R train to Bay Ridge via Lower Manhattan and downtown Brooklyn is going to come. The next stop downtown from here is Cortlandt Street, which is now part of the World Trade Center station complex, and the next station up is Canal Street, which is the station complex itself. So yeah, that's the other reason that the ridership is low here. because there's two much more important stations where you can get transfers and stuff that are on either side and that are not that far of a walk, like a 7-minute walk probably. So in our train, one of the new trains, the R train's coming up, it has to navigate a curve, and then it comes into this station. Yeah. Here it is. One other thing about this station, I'm not sure if this is forbidden knowledge, but it's on Wikipedia, it's right here, is that actually there's a control tower in the station. I don't know if it's still in use, what it's used for, and I think apparently there used to be windows in to see it, but they're now two-way mirrors. But yeah, there's a tower right here, a control tower, where they dispatch the trains or whatever. So yeah, that's another interesting thing going on here. We got an N train pulling in now. When this station calls itself City Hall, it's not lying. The City Hall building is actually right here. It's definitely the closest station to the building, and we'll show you that in a minute. If this is the right entrance, I'm not sure. And yeah, Manhattan's, or New York's City Hall isn't the most iconic building, but it's still an important building where a lot of stuff happens. And you may not recognize it if you haven't seen it before in your life, because it's not that kind of iconic building. I don't think it's this one. I think it's this one over here. And yeah, this is City Hall Park, just right outside the station. There's another entrance right over there. And yeah, one of these buildings is City Hall. I'm no expert on matters like this, but yeah, this is in the Civic Center area of Manhattan. The courts are also around here. I think the city council meets somewhere over here. But yeah, the courts are closer to the 456 station, which is another reason that that station is much more important now. But yeah, this is what it looks like outside of the City Hall station. This is a pretty nice entrances, gotta say. Thank you for joining me on a second one of these, of the subway station tours to the City Hall R train station, which had a chance to be a greatly important express station before the plans were quickly foiled, and all that remains is one door that says authorized personnel only. I think it's a pretty interesting station with the width of the platform and with that secret platform and everything going on. There aren't that many other stations anything like it, so I thought it was worth making a video about. But yeah, thanks for joining me. I hope you found this interesting. Let me know if there's anything I can change or anything I can add that would make this more interesting and more enjoyable. I'm still figuring this out, and feedback would be greatly appreciated. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Bye.